Hey team, for those who don't know me, my name is Gav and I was fortunate enough to win the Bonds competition down in Christchurch. Those who don't know, Bonds is part of a global competition which is called the Best of Belron, and when you win the Bonds you get invited to take part in the Best of Belron. This year the Best of Belron is held in Spain, Barcelona, so that's exciting, and there's 29 countries including New Zealand that's going to take part in this competition. There is a build-up for this competition, which means we had lots of assessments, mainly from different RPCs, trying to cover all bases and get different perspectives because everyone marks differently. Lots of reviews, lots of debriefs, lots of trying to read between the lines. Some of them can be quite cryptic in the information that we're given. We don't even know what the assessments are yet, so we're trying to study for everything. And you wouldn't believe it, we don't even know what the car is yet, so fingers crossed we'll find out shortly. But what I thought I'd do a day in the life. What I'll do is I'll kick it off tomorrow. So I'll see you in the morning.
Whakatakata hau ki te uru, whakatakata hau ki te tonga, kia mā kina ki uta, kia mā taratara katai, ihi aki ana te atakura, he tio, he hoka, he hauhuta, hei moriora. Good morning. Another glorious day here in the Manawatu, even though I can't see the sun, it's still dark. Bit of an early morning workout. If I reflect on the Bonds competition, I suffered a bit of mental fatigue just because of it was quite strenuous, and then I dropped a couple of questions I normally wouldn't have dropped, so that's a little bit disappointing. Due to injuries, I couldn't focus on my fitness for that comp, but I'm injury free at the moment, so I'm just working on my fitness. So heading off to the gym for a morning workout. The focus of the workout is going to be a low intensity endurance because the competition's over a couple of days. So we're just going to grind it out and kick off the day with a nice workout.
Well, it's a good workout, certainly hit the spot. Just going to rehydrate now. Been on a diet for the last 2.5 weeks. I've had 3 meals in that time, which is bugger all. Just doing the old shakes, just trying to drop a bit of weight, 10 kilos. In fact, I've dropped 6 already, so I'm dropping another 4 and I'll reassess who I am. So yeah, doing the old shakes. I guess when you're on the shakes and the training, it's important to get the old vitamins in. I'm on a cocktail of vitamins at the moment. Believe it or not, it's tailor-made for the COVID, for best immunity against that or recovery. It's working great at the moment with general health as well. So charging up on that, just managing the health.
And we're off to Mahi. I was working on the ADS assessment yesterday. It took me like 3 or 4 goes to get to a position where I was confident. So I'm going to quickly do one this morning and possibly another 2. Jay's coming in just after 8, I believe. So yeah, we'll kick the day off running, and we'll see you at the Bat Cave.
Welcome to the Bat Cave. We've got a few assessments that we've been working our way through. Been picking them as Jay. So this is the assessment table. So here's the assessments been working through. Just a couple to learn, a couple of extras because just because. This is the briefings that we've been getting from the Best of Belron. Just information around the competition, getting drip fed it and just trying to read between the lines and try and get some sort of insight into the comp. After every assessment we have a bit of a debrief and a review and take some notes on where to improve. So I write them on the board, have a bit of a read through before I do another assessment, just trying to memorize it. You'll also see the structure of the working bay has to be exactly the same as that, so once you take your tools out you've got to return it, so I have to memorize that as well. Also got our new ADAS machine, which is the Dash 3000, which is the only one in the country, which I'll be using at the comp, so I've been trying to learn my way around there as well, familiarise myself and come up with some efficiencies. I've done my fair share of assessments over the last couple of weeks. It's all about repetition and muscle memory. I'm going to kick off the morning with the ADAS assessment, which is a separate assessment for the comp. So we'll get into that and then I'll kick off the day. Well, that's 2 ADAS assessments completed already. Waiting for Jay to turn up, shouldn't be too far away. Didn't quite get the result I was looking for, so I'm just going to run through one more time. That's all good, and then yeah, Jay shouldn't be too far away, so I'll strip down the bay, and then once he arrives we'll make a game plan for the day, probably something of the same, more assessments. Well team, that's a day in the life. We're excited, we hope you are too. Why don't you join us and let's take this ride. I rangi e pāpe te whānau atu, ko e tō koutou manakitanga ki roto o tēnei mahi o mātou. Kia ora.
And gentlemen,
Welcome. That's actually the biggest Best of Belron we've ever held. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.